Hello. Welcome to Kreate. Welcome to day 6 of Kreate. Wow. We're here again, and what an amazing opportunity that we get to come together every evening by 9 p.m. to talk about all things creative. And I hope that as we're doing this, we're also ensuring that in our own fields, in our own veins, we're also creating. You can't just sit down and listen to consume a lot of content without putting it into action. What happens is that you're oversaturated with information and there's nowhere to put it out. So you have to have your own creative outlet. You have to have what you're creating in line with everything we're doing. And today we're talking about a very interesting and important topic. We're talking about creating against the odds. Creating against the odds. This topic, the idea of this topic stems from the fact that there are a lot of obstacles to creating. There are a lot of obstacles to starting, but even when you start and you are trying to build consistency, there are a lot of obstacles. For example, I just had a very long day. We're doing a certain registration in school, and my day was hectic. My day has been hectic. And coming back here to join this stream, I'm kind of struggling against certain odds of tiredness. And another example, I bought this. I spent good money today. Where is it? I bought this stream card and a particular HDMI cable to plug to my camera so that the stream quality can improve. Right now, I'm streaming on my phone, and for my research, I needed the stream for my camera. But after all I tried, it didn't work, and here we are streaming from the phone. So these are the kind of odds that we face. These are the kind of challenges we face as creators. So we're going to highlight a couple of challenges. I sent out on Instagram and I sent out on my WhatsApp status for people to hit me with challenges. And with that and ChatGPT, I've gotten some challenges that we're going to look at. So are you ready to get into it? Creating against the odds. So what are some challenges that creators face? By the way, this session is going to get very practical at some point because we're going to get into the nitty-gritties and we're going to do something very cool and very practical. We're going to have a makeshift recording session where I'm recording content in front of you and showing you some hacks. So get ready for that. So the number one challenge on everyone's list that I've encountered is limited access to quality equipment. The truth is that filming can be expensive. The nature of media is expensive. Just a camera. I think to get a very good camera that you'll be very happy with now for video, it probably costs 1 to 1.5 million. That's 2 million. That's a lot of money. In fact, in this economy, if you have 2 million, you are rich. You understand? So that's a lot of money to a lot of people. And even the better phones that would have good camera qualities like iPhone 13, I think iPhone 13 is very decent. It costs a certain amount of money that many people can't afford. So number one, problem that many people would say is lack of access to quality equipment, even sound, lighting, stuff. Many people don't have access to these things. Number two, low internet speeds and data costs. So that can be another plague for some people, especially in the part of the world that I'm in. I'm in Nigeria, where yesterday's stream was primarily one of the biggest problems I had with yesterday's stream was internet. And it's not strange to anyone that is in this country that we have some interesting internet speeds at times and data costs. There are people that cannot afford consistent data bundles. So they have data sometimes, they don't have data sometimes, like that it fluctuates. Limited access to knowledge and education and limited time. So we're going to tackle most of these problems with practical ways. And the good thing is that as a creator personally, I've been through many seasons that I had certain gear, seasons that I didn't, seasons that I was makeshifting and DIYing, seasons that I started to get my hands on certain gear. So I'm going to just pour out some of the tips and tricks I've learned over the years as we get into it. The first tip I want to get into is optimizing your phone. Oh, I'm using the wrong cam. Interesting. I'm facing the wrong cam. Ah. Alright, you guys didn't tell me I was looking somewhere else. Nice one, chat. Okay. The first tip I want to talk about is optimizing your phone. Optimizing your phone for shooting. Now, in one of my previous streams, I said that the smartphone is the only tool you need to start creating. And that's the truth. Why? Because the smartphone can record video, the smartphone can take pictures, the smartphone can record audio, can connect to the internet. So all the necessary fundamental capabilities for a creator are found within the smartphone. Thank you, Precious. But you didn't. Are found within the smartphone. So optimizing your smartphone. I'm going to give you some juicy tips in a few moments. So I want you to pay very close attention. A phone can shoot high quality content with good lighting and composition. A lot of people think that their phone cameras are bad. And truth be told, a lot of people's phone cameras are bad. But the thing that many people don't know, and maybe many people will not tell you, is that no matter how bad your phone camera is, good lighting would make it significantly better. So if you're using the best phone with the best camera, good lighting will take it 10,000 times better. If you're using a poor phone with a poor camera, good lighting will still take it a lot better. Do you understand? So what are some tips for lighting? The concept is getting basic lighting is not the most difficult thing in the world. It's very simple, relatively simple. Now, to light your video, you need a light source. I'm going to show you my light source now. I'm unscrewing it from the thing so that you see. Alright, so this is my light source. Right? It is actually a Godox LC500 something. The name doesn't matter, right? But one thing that you notice on this light source is that there is a cloth on it. This is actually a pillowcase. Why do I have this pillowcase on it? Because ideally you want soft light. Lighting. Yes, lightning. They're the same thing. Thank you. So ideally, the reason why I have this pillowcase on it is because ideally you want soft light. Now for the people that are thinking, oh, I don't have the Godox LC500, I'm using this to explain something, and I'm going to tell you that you might even have a better light source than me. All of you that are streaming this might have a better light source than me. So, but I'm using this to explain why you need soft light, right? The difference between hard light and soft light. Let me show you something. This is on my face. I don't know if you can see the effect on my face. This is a softer light. And I'm going to remove the pillowcase. And if you notice, the light is harsher on my face. It's harsh on my face because it's like shining torchlight on somebody's face in the night. Do you understand? So ideally you want softer light. So that is why I took my Godox else. If all you have is a lamp, what you want to do is find a way to soften it. Usually white materials will soften the light. But you have to, as it softens the light, as much as it softens the light, it reduces the intensity of the light. Do you understand? So if you have a strong light source, you want to soften it with a clothing material, very light. That's why I used a white pillowcase, right? This is what we use in secondary school. So very interesting stuff. Let me put back my light. If you have any questions so far, let me know in the chat. I'll get into it. So I was saying that many people will not have the Godox LC500, and I'm very aware of that. I'm not just trying to flex my light. I was showing something, right? So now I want to tell you what you can use in place of the Godox LC500. So most people, these nights, so I can't really demonstrate it practically, but you have something called the sunlight. And the sunlight is really, really bright. It's a very good source of light. There are two ways to use the sunlight. And the previous one is my favorite. There are two ways to use the sunlight to light your video. Number one, by going outside. Now, if you have an iPhone, can you do the same with a torchlight? You can use a torchlight, but the problem is that torchlight might not be so bright. Do you understand? So if you have a very large torchlight, I remember there's one torchlight that we used to go hunter's torchlight, very wide and bright torchlight. If you use that and you put your pillowcase, it will definitely work perfectly. So as I was saying before, if you have an iPhone, iPhones are known for doing well under bright sunlight, right? They even call it sun kissed. You understand? So you can actually shoot your videos outside with a bright sunlight. Now, if you don't have an iPhone and you have an Android phone, most Android phones that I know don't do very well with bright sunlight. But what you can do, there's something beautiful. There's something called golden hour. Golden hour are the hours right after sunrise and right before sunset. What you have you're only free at night. We are getting into that. You're only free at night, so we're getting into that. But so golden hour is the hours between sunrise and sunset. Now what happens at golden hour is as if the sun, as bright as it is there, but there is a large soft box. So remember I showed you how I softened this light with this pillowcase. But that is how the light is. The light is very soft and very beautiful by this time. So right after sunrise, just those few hours after sunrise and the few hours before sunset, so beautiful on the skin, so beautiful. So Saturday morning, you can decide that is your shooting day. So you just wake up, sleep early on Friday night, and Saturday morning you go out with your phone and you shoot. So now some people might say, oh, we're going to get into all those tripod tips and tricks. Just stay with me. Today's topic is very interesting. Does moonlight work too? No. Moonlight is not bright enough. Moonlight is not bright enough. That's why outside is dark. That's why you need security light. So moonlight is not bright enough. You need at least sunlight, right? That I'll estimate the time. Let's say between 6. I'm not sure how bright 6 is. I've forgotten, but I'm not sure how bright 6 is. But from 6, you should have good sunlight, and then all the way to certain time. So let's move forward. So if you are not going outside because maybe you're not free early hours of the morning and late hours of the evening, you can use the window light actually. You can use the window light. You can just open the window and use the light. So this is the advice. Imagine this. Let me switch to my webcam. I'm going to show you something. Now I'm looking directly at you, right? Imagine this is my window. I'm looking at the window. As I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the window. Imagine that's my window, right? Now, ideally, you do not want the light to be straight on your face. Not because it won't work. It would work, but it is more flattering where the light is off at the side a bit because it creates contrast. So now, this light is on the side of my face actually. If you notice, this side of my face is just a bit brighter than this side. Just a bit brighter than this side. That creates a very cool contrast that makes it look more flattering. And you know what's even better? When you film from the dark side. So filming from that side means if the window light is here, my phone is at the side, not completely at the side, 3/4 at the side, and it's like this, filming from the dark side. If the sunlight is here, my phone is not here. This is filming from the bright side. This is filming from the dark side. So this side is darker, this side is brighter. I want my phone to be where? On the dark side. This looks more flattering than this. Please confirm. Maybe I'm saying rubbish. But this, compare this with this. Hi guys. Which one looks more flattering? Alright. I'm not answering me, so I'll continue. So that's how you want to use window light. So what are the 2 ways I've told you to use sunlight? You can either go outside. If you have a phone that shoots well with bright sunlight in the afternoon, like iPhones, most iPhones, you can use sunlight, right? Afternoon, whatever time. But if your phone does not do well with sunlight, and you would know because when you shine, it's looking funny, you want to shoot at golden hour. Like I said, you prefer both because it's me. Nice one. You want to shoot at golden hour. That's few hours after sunrise and few hours before sunset. Are you following? Okay. Now I've talked about lighting. That is lighting 101. I don't need to, with all I've said now, I don't need to teach you anything more about lighting. So some people say they are free only at night. So the problem with filming is that you need light because what your camera collects is light. Let me switch back to the other camera. What your camera collects is light. So if you don't have enough light, you might not get something good, and that's just the truth, right? So if the only time you have is in the night, I'm hoping that maybe you'll be free before it's too dark, so you can still shoot in the evening. But if the only time you genuinely have is in the night, you have to use the lighting source you have in your room. You understand? So rooms usually are fitted with light. That's if you don't have any alternative light source. But the room light you have should always be your last resort. If you don't have any other thing, then use, because these lights are not built for filming and they're usually very ugly on the skin. So you don't want the light to look ugly on your skin. But if that's your last resort, then you have to use it. So now let me show you something. Let me remove this so I can move around. You can see my room very well right here. Yeah, it's a good angle. So I'm going to turn on the light at the back. So now, with this light at the back, if you notice, it's making me a bit darker, right? Because ideally you want most of the light to be from your front. You're trying to light your face, right? Now this light is even helping. If I put off this light, let me put off my products and show you something. So now, the only light in my room I have, can you see how dark I am? My camera is struggling, right? It's struggling to get me bright because the lighting is from the back. But if I have the lighting, if I have most of the lighting from the front, it's a bit darker, there's more noise, but my face is clear, even though it's just a very small source. Do you understand? So you want the lighting to be at the lighting is actually here. I can't really show you because, but yeah. Let's continue the stream. So yeah. All right. Oof, time is running today, and I have a lot to share with you. All right. Are you following? So the next thing, any other questions? The next thing I want to share with you is, I've taught you about lighting. Now take this thing about lighting and run with it. It will make your video very good. So now I want to teach you a very beautiful hack. The next thing is keeping your phone on a platform. I know a lot of us are going to be creating without other people to help us out. Even if there are people to help you. Let me see if you can see it. All right. And then books. Very good, books. So when I drop my stool and the books, so let me shift the camera so you can see it well. Yep. When I drop my stool and my books, I can take my phone and lean it on the books. I have tripod. So if it's a sitting shot I want to do, I can just come. Hi guys, welcome to my this product is called lid scrub. You apply it on lids, blah blah blah. Right? I finish with my content. But there are different kinds of creators. So there are some creators that might need standing videos, maybe people that do comedy or people that have more expressive forms of videos, right? So let me tell you another hack. For this one, you're going to need a lot of books. Why? Because you want to create the platform to be high enough and place your books at this height. Once your phone is at your waist level, and you take 3 steps back, there's not enough space here to take 3 steps. But once your phone is at your waist level, like you measure it like this, it's at your waist level, and you take 3 steps back, you are going to be able to see your full body. You understand? So 3 steps, your full body. So if you need to shoot standing content, you need that too, but you also need more books. And then you stack, when you stack the books high enough, so that it's at your waist level. Some of you are not too tall. So you don't need too many books. But, I'm sorry. Okay. So you stack it, and then you take 3 steps back. Now, for some people that might not have books because they don't go to school, let me show you another hack. Very beautiful hack. I love this hack. Look at my phone. Can you see my phone? All right. Very beautiful hack. All you need is 4 pegs. Now watch the magic I'm going to do with my pegs. So I hold the phone like this, right? At the bottom of the phone, you're going to clip 1 peg like this. and then you're going to clip another peg like this. And then from here, once you have the 2 pegs on the phone like this, let me know if you're still following. Ooh, seems like it's buffering. Let me show you. Let me know if you're still following. These are some of the problems you face. These are some of the problems you face. Alright, you should be here. You should be able to hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. 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 Alright, amazing. I'm going to continue. So I said, if you didn't hear me from the back, from behind, I'm going to start again. You need your phone and you need 4 pegs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you put the 2 pegs like this. 1 here, 1 here. Then can you see what I did? So when you put the 2 like this, when you put the 2 like this, you're going to put 1 clipping it from the back. You get it? And then 1 clipping the other one from the back. Right? Have you gotten it? Let me know if you've gotten it. If you've gotten it, or you can even get your own pegs and do it. So now once you have this, look what I do. Oh my god! Alright, let me do it again. So you clip from here, right? And then you can now have the pegs at the back. It's not meant to fall. That was embarrassing. But yeah, it's not meant to fall. No, that was embarrassing because it's not meant to fall. I feel like, oh yeah, I remember the hack. Ta-da! Oh my god. But let me know if you got the peg, the peg hack. Let me know if you got the peg hack. So I realized that my pegs were falling because I didn't bend it like this at the back. So let me show you again until somebody says they have gotten it before I'll stop showing you. Because I feel like this is so cool. So I'll keep showing you until you say I've gotten it. It's okay. Move on. Then I'll stop showing you. Alright, so let me show you. You can now put it. Ta-da! Alright. You should be back. Sorry, precious. I think it's from my end, but you should be back. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Alright. I'm going to continue. So we're still on phone. Hey, will we finish today? Will we finish today? Alright. So now I've talked about tripod, right? We have an example of 2 makeshift tripods. First with your books, and then for those that don't go to school, we have one with just pegs. Do you understand? I don't know if you can see the peg in it. Alright. So now, once you're done shooting, you can use simple software like CapCut. CapCut have very nice software for editing. And tutorials online. So we're going to move from using your phone because I've taught you the 2 major things you need to use your phone. I've taught you how to light, and I've taught you how to keep your phone on a tripod. You understand? Internet is playing with me today. Anyway, I'll continue. So now, we're going to talk about as you grow, as much as these hacks are cool and all, as you grow, you should also plan towards upgrading your gear little by little. Do you understand? You must not upgrade your gear at a full stretch. You must not go and buy $5,000 worth of gear, right? So the first thing you should actually upgrade, listen very carefully, the first thing you should upgrade is your microphone. The first thing you should upgrade is your microphone. Where's my mic? Is your microphone? My network is down. I can't hear anything. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? The first thing you should, let me know if you can hear me. The first thing you should upgrade is your microphone. Why? Because even if you have bad video, let's say your video is the total worst. Okay, I can't hear, but I'm lip reading, so I wanted to ask how you perfectly set that sticky thing for making videos. Set that sticky thing for making videos. Sticky thing for making videos. I don't get. Please clarify. I don't get sticky thing for making videos. Okay, so I was still talking about the microphone. Why is the first thing you need to upgrade your microphone? Because even if your